Welcome, this is Waking Up with Plants. If you're new here, hello, my name is Madeleen. I communicate with the consciousness of plants, and here you can listen to the messages that the plant realm wants to share with us. Nature has a lot to tell us, always, and especially in this time of great change. They are connected to wisdom that we've lost and bring this back in our awareness. This is their medicine to us. In this episode, the plant spirit of Lady's Mantle will share a message. This plant specializes in guiding birth, so also the birth of a new time, of which we have experienced a first big contraction globally over the past few years. Be prepared to let your mind be stretched by this plant and take from it what inspires you and what helps you. I was reminded of that famous quote of Einstein: "We cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them." And that is why this plant also wants to expand our perception of reality. From the beginning, it was very clear to me that this message would be about the importance of moving from distrust to trust in our relationships. Angelica shared the previous lunar cycle about our vertical connection, that connection with our greater self and how to ground that greater light on earth. And this moon, the plant realm shares about the importance of our horizontal connection. So the connection with the world around us, our relationships. It has many links with the Clover message about the web of life, of which we are all part, which I will link below this episode. Anyway, this message turned out to be about much, much more, which you will hear in a bit. In the Lady's Mantle plant session, the medicine journey where you can connect with the spirit of Lady's Mantle and receive their medicine, we focused on how to learn to trust this horizontal life. Fears, insecurities, to show ourselves or to be received, to trust another. So basically to trust life. That will be the central theme of this journey. And Lady's Mantle will work with their medicine, with the medicine of their dewdrops, and also with their protective mantle. I will make sure that plant session is available before the full moon on the 9th of October, so you can use it as your own full moon ceremony. All links can be found below this episode. This message is also a preparation for the plant session. The image that came to mind with this message was that of Aladdin and the genie, the spirit of the magic lamp. Because Lady's Mantle will talk about the world of elementals, the elemental beings. There are many ways to understand this world. Collectively, we've been taught that our world is not animated, not ensouled, and that nature beings such as devas, tree spirits, pixies, fairies, and so on do not even exist. I will share with you how I personally have come to experience this world over the years. For me, everything in this world is ensouled and spirited. I am a soul, or a spirit, or consciousness, whatever you want to call it, in a body. I live in a body, but my body itself, my physicality, is also animated. There is consciousness, intelligence that builds, maintains, and regenerates the physical. So I have a body consciousness, and so do you. Or call it the wisdom or intelligence of your body, or even the language of your body, or your body elemental. So this realization can feel strange at first. At least that was the case for me. I wasn't even sure whether I really wanted to accept this. It felt rather intimate and weird. Now it feels natural and exactly the same actually as how I experience my connection with plant spirits, as a consciousness that I can communicate with. Plants and trees, like us, have a body and a consciousness that resides in them. And when I connect with a plant spirit, I connect with the body consciousness of the plant or the tree, the collective body wisdom of marigold, for example. You can also connect with a specific tree or plant, so with the consciousness that lives in that tree or plant body, and they can share their specific experience of the environmental conditions, the history. To me, it doesn't really feel very different from their body consciousness, because they, one, are very in tune with their body, and two, they experience themselves strongly as a group consciousness. So I hope this gives some insight into this topic. I see elementals as body consciousness, the builders of our physical world. This is a very rich and still underexposed subject, and we will undoubtedly explore lots more about this here. I would also love to hear your experiences, your questions here or on social media. Yes, so the genie of the lamp came as an image for an elemental, and Aladdin as the human being who has a desire for a manifestation, which the genie then builds, conjures up. And in that story, the relationship of the finder of the lamp, the owner of the lamp, and the genius is also highlighted. And it shows that the genie has its own mind about the collaboration that is taking place. Elementals have chosen a life based on service. They are fully in service of the one that lives in the body. Therefore, to me, their origin feels very related to the angelic realm. It's very unconditional. Whether you are overworking yourself, overeating, having reckless behaviors, completely destroying yourself and your body will always support you as best as it can with this manifestation and try to maintain balance. And this is the same for our larger body of which we are part, the earth. Good. With this introduction information, now the plant message for you, for whenever you may listen to this. This is Lady's Mantle. I'm here to talk about alchemy, and the most miraculous alchemy of this time that will come from community, from heartfelt collaboration, from the willingness to meet each other, from having each other's backs, from daring to reach out for support, from giving the floor to someone, from speaking on behalf of those who are not able, from allowing yourself to receive the love that you deserve. Divided we fall, united we fly. Together we create unstoppable chain reactions that will lead to peace, freedom, equality, and love. Not only because of people coming together, but all kinds of beings uniting and collaborating. This also speaks to a micro level. Within you, you affect the chemical chain reactions by lovingly relating to yourself and your body. Joining hands is the key to the miraculous transmutation of shadow into light. When groups come together, engage together, ideas and insights become movements, strong energetical movements. The state from I am to we are will create strong movements on Earth. And if there's one thing that can't be stopped, it is heartfelt movement. The big changes you wish to see in the world are not, I repeat, not far out of reach. They can happen within a few years, weeks, days, in an instant. If you get the true heart of the alchemy of collaboration, change is immediate. The billions of people on this planet, not even counting the countless other beings, that hold the dream of positive change, of peace, is completely outnumbering the few that don't, if you'd only realize this. Those billions can't be stopped or controlled if they reach out to each other, ask for help, seek comfort, share encourage and joy, laugh together. Be very aware of any instigated counter-movement the coming months that tries to undermine this. Be sure to not engage in a chain reaction you do not wish to see in the world. Movements that wants to seed distrust amongst people, between different beings, turn groups against groups. The game of division is a magician trick. The movements of the trickster make you focus on places where the real action and agendas are not, I repeat, not taking place. So whenever chaos is planted, crises are being created, remember this. In essence, there is no scarcity in this world. There is plenty for everyone when we come together. Everything multiplies when you come together. This is an alchemical truth that defies your current rational science and thinking. It is time to reach out to the life around you, to dare to connect, to learn to trust life, small and large. Start small in your direct circle of influence. Keep your connections alive, feed them with kindness. Give them the ultimate gift of unconditional listening. Scarcity arises where connections are being broken. It creates isolation, me for me, loneliness, hopelessness, disempowerment. With Angelica, you've explored the power, the incredible strength that the light of your consciousness holds. Imagine what power will be and is being generated when hearts come together. The changes that so many are dreaming of and devoting their time and energy to does not, I repeat, does not have to take ages. This can happen within your lifetime. For this, I want to suggest a coming together of the elemental world and the human world. With elemental, I mean all beings, all the consciousness that build the physical realm. You can call this body consciousness, but also co-creating with the quality of fire, the energy of the clouds, rains, the spirit of air, the apus of the mountains, with the fairies of the forest, name it, the builders of form. I'll come back to this alliance in a minute. First, my perspective on alchemy. Why am I associated with alchemy? For a long time, the dewdrops on my leaves were used in alchemical practices. Alchemists felt the quality of the philosopher's stone in these drops, a key ingredient to create gold from lead. You could say the ultimate creation or transmutation. Why are my drops considered as such? My body wisdom is in those drops. How does this work? And those of you familiar with flower essences know this process, the transfer of essence information into water. This is a subtle but physical transfer. It's informing the water. I can and I am also sharing this body wisdom with you right now. Call it energy transmission, so that you can embody this wisdom, this alchemy, if you wish to. This is what the plant sessions do. Energetical information is transferred from our body wisdom to yours. You ask for this information consciously, you take the medicine journey, and then we'll go into service and inform you. Your rational mind might find this hard to accept. Your mind might say that this all sounds like a fantasy fairy tale. The truth is, powerful alchemical keys are hidden in fairy tales. And the fantasy or make-believe part in this is, in fact, the belittling of their value. So, my dewdrops carry my body wisdom. Now, what makes lead turn into gold? No, not a myth. Remember, myths are real. What makes something of a lower vibration transmute into a higher vibration and stabilize and materialize as such? I can spend days talking about all the aspects of this topic, but the perspective that I want to highlight today is this. I give up my I. I let my sense of individuality fall away that was contained through my form. I tune in with the absolute beauty and light that is all around me and in me, a movement, current of primal energy. It's a flow, and at the same time it's present anywhere, anytime, all the time. Do you feel how this defies logic? It's freeing, isn't it? Imagine it, a present and current of golden light that flows through everything equally. Can you practice this with me? See how golden light is everywhere, in everything, moves through all, through everything and everybody equally, without preference or resistance, through poo, your neighbor, through a dictator, through a hidden rock that existed long before humankind, through moss, through your ancestors, through oceans, through the eyes of a newborn, through you. I fall, I coincide completely with this light, and so I become everything at the same time, everybody. Let go of any resistance, and can choose to arise in any form, become anything. Gold, yes. A dengue mosquito, yes. A drop of rain in the African desert, yes. Sacrifice yourself in the knowingness that you are everything and can become, create, attract anything. There is no scarcity in being. Now this is powerful information. It's a source leading to knowledge and energy that can be used for all kinds of purposes and agendas, and is being used for all kinds of purposes. This is why informing yourself with this knowledge is important. So you are able to discern whether you're flowing along with your life stream or dream, or someone else's, for example, some trickster agenda. If you control the mind of the masses, you can make all the energy generated there, all the golden light, flow in the direction of your own purposes. Because it's fueled by many, the light energy that is being directed to your goal is massive, and manifestation becomes evident. The most important thing now is to focus on how to use this information in a way that benefits all. Create currents of light together. This accelerates positive change. I'm not saying that in these times of change, hardship will not be felt, that we can just paint rainbows and that's that. Old structures will come down, new foundations have to be built. In transmutation from one state to the next, there is a point of chaos in which you can experience all sorts. I don't fear chaos. I let myself fall and merge with everything. It's a falling into deep trust and surrender. I let myself fall into a greater intelligence or body wisdom to catch me. Let yourself be caught by the people and other life around you, and support others where you can. This alchemy of love creates big waves of light. You learn to trust life in its foundation by surrendering yourself to something bigger, truly daring to be part of a larger whole, stepping out of a limited idea of self. Of course, you can struggle if a job falls away, a relationship, a previous considered certainty. I am telling you, I don't lose anything when I fall. The only thing I leave is the temporary identity that I took on. Like a part in a play, it's a relief, a sigh when I take off that mantle and become big me again. The all. My true sense of self is not being lost, it's found in this falling. So if you find yourself falling in this time, find yourself over and over again. Then this falling becomes a flying. Because you're pure potential now. You can go anywhere, become anything. You can find the codes, the body wisdom of anything. Of health, yes. Forgiveness, yes. Stillness, yes. Inspiration, yes. How to solve any problem, yes. You don't search in the search engine, you become the internet. I hear some of you go, this is too out there for me. How does this relate to my intimate truth? How is this my day-to-day reality? And I say, it is. How radical that may sound. You are the magician. Make up your own magic. Reality is much more fluid than current narratives will have you believe. The key here is the observer affects the observed. Your science already knows this. I can't stick my hand through this wall. No, you can't. I can stick my hand through this wall because I am this wall. And yes, you can. I'm assuring you, there is a growing group of humans on this planet successfully practicing these things. Your science will take a leap with these understandings and is taking leaps as we speak. And this will lead to great discoveries, inventions, will bring solutions for big issues, weather patterns, food and energy supply. Your choice to alchemize yourself is bringing about a wondrous time, a golden age. Now back to my key point. None of these creations can be done without the cooperation of the elemental world, the builders of this world of form. And like discussed, the elemental world is in great service. If metals are used to form weapons, metals will hold that form, that dream, unless the masses don't hold that yes anymore. Unless many practice, as a movement of gold light, to merge with the idea of a weapon and let that form dissolve. Bring it back to zero, to light potential, and then give this energy back to the soil, for example, to support other life. Elementals will listen to the tipping of the scale, the critical mass. Just like your body frequency, the energy vibration of your physicality, is the scale in your personal life, what realities you attract and manifest. Hold images that heal. Inform yourself with them. Do this for yourself with any dis-ease, any scarcity, any lower thought form. And dream up loving visions for others, healthy, happy, connecting, thriving visions. You will direct the primal energy flow, and the elemental world will follow that command and build that reality. You might not know all the visions that are at play in your world, not all the images, all the dreams, but the ones you are aware of, you can consciously improve or transmute completely. Back to the elemental world, only this we ask you. The magic word. What's the magic word to use for all wishes? I'm joking a bit, but it's painfully forgotten. Please is the word, and thank you. Do you sit and thank your body cells for sustaining you yet another day? Or the sunlight? Or the oxygen provided by the trees and plants that surround you? Or the beings that help provide the food on your plate? The stellar and planetary light that inform you and guide the way? Fear and scarcity consciousness quite often make humans insensitive and impolite, with a tendency to take and take. Because there's still a lot of fear that resides in humans, this is more or less true for almost everyone. Your life is powered by the elemental world. There's a quote for you. Everything you do is a team effort, a co-production with the elementals within and without you. This means 1. You are never alone in this game. 24/7 you have a production team that helps you. And 2. Find your team spirit. Why so few found the Philosopher's Stone or the key to creating gold? They didn't get this part. Creating is an equal partnership, a heartfelt alliance. There was and is too much me and I alone, lack, greed. Now, if you were me, imagine, on a fresh, pure morning, someone taking your essence, formed in perfect diamond dewdrops, taking without asking, without thanking, without even a sense of awe and wonder. This kind of collaboration will only take you so far. There's no heart connection. The magic happens between us, in our connective stream of light. Just because elementals are in service doesn't mean they don't have rights or are not deserving of respectful relating. You embody the quality of gold when the frequency of gold is in the way you connect to anything, to anyone. When you listen unconditionally to the feedback of your body, of your garden, hear their needs, their longings, their dreams. You know, it might be that they are holding the very dreams humankind has forgotten to dream. The dreams you are looking for but cannot yet put into images or words. Nature as a whole, Gaia, sustains many realms, multi-dimensional layers of existence. There are many societies living on this planet that you don't know of, and that hold keys about how to thrive as a collective. Gaia knows how to listen to every little particle equally. And in that moment of chaos, between one state and the next, she knows to tune her awareness to that voice that forms the exact keyhole to trigger a whole set of chain reactions and let a new order of elements fall into place. Wow. Wow, there's so much in this message. So many different stories. And at the same time, they form one story. Raise and raise from my heart. Thank you so much. And also that you kept growing in my garden until I listened. Yes, this is really awesome. I feel like I've met a dear friend again, or remembered them. I really hope you do too. This is a very metaphysical story. And how it becomes practically tangible for me is when I dance. A free form of dance, like 5 rhythms or ecstatic dance. At a certain moment, I feel how I no longer think about dancing, but I am merged with the dance and being carried by it, and how I no longer then see others from that place as separate others, but as part of one big stream or flow of dance. Then there is no resistance anymore, like, oh, you dance with this person, then with that person, very briefly, oh, suddenly long, then you dance alone again. And to me, that experience feels very similar to how Lady's Mantle describes this process of falling and merging into golden light. I'd love to hear about your experiences. By liking, subscribing and sharing, you help with spreading these messages. Thank you for that. On social media, we will go through this message piece by piece, so you're very welcome there. And the Ladies Mantle plant session will be available before the full moon. Thank you for being here, and until next time.